just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. 3rd down, here's Haskins. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready up. Come on, 55. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Go. What do you want? What do you want?
On 2nd and 12, Haskins got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. On the ball. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Watch the pass. Check.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. But now it's 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Who that? Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Jackson. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. third down. Jackson connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Airing one out for Crowder. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
54. Check. 54. Hey, pick your game up. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Hot seven. I got it.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Harris. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
From the 44, Jackson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He was taken down by Ruben Foster. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Kill, kill, kill.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. From the gun, Jackson. That one into the hands of Kane. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike, 55.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check safety, check safety.
Geis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a run with Geis. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Haskins looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Ready? Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch run.
They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Eckler. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this would be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
You gonna see me and you're not. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Here we go. He's checking. Crash. Zoom.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
I'm going to come back to you. Shit. Check. Lucky. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check nickel.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got one. Check 50.
Here's Jackson to throw, rolling to his left. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We want this. Check hot route. Hot. Pass. SOS.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 25. Check 25.
Throwing again. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 31, check 31.
To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Let's go now. Go, go, go. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Let's go. Mike, go, go. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, Mike 20. 20. Come on,
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Rip left, rip left. Hey, check.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. To throw again is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 4-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some space here. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey. 96 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the back. Check 9. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Check 99. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check the outs. Check the outs. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
McCaffrey. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming for you. You mine. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check three, check three, check three. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
This is McCaffrey. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 27.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Alert flare, alert flare. It's a 6. Bullet, half. Deuce.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 9.
Ready? Right.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
All level. level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Slam, slam, slam. 36, right.
Going on the ground with Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Check. Pause. That's right.
Jackson now on 3rd down. This to Jarwin. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. in fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on fourth down. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First down, Dallas.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the safety creep.
It's Eckler again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Switch gears.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Redskins 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Second down, Haskins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the shift.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Go, go. 55, Mike, 55. Focus, defense, focus.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. Well, they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
This is Geis. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Save. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna shut? You think you gonna get this? Hey, watch it.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Williams with 3 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Point after try forthcoming. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.